5:50, and we're reconvening from Spotlight. Thank you, Superintendent, staff, and board members. There's nothing that I think really hits a spot in than recognizing, our employees, our classified, our certificated, our management group, and especially the kids, the sixth graders. I thought that was awesome. So appreciate that a whole bunch. Okay, before we go to closed session, we have public comment on closed session items. Mr. Noop, did you want to come up? How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thank you very much. I want to say a couple of words about this. Just saying again, I still think that the item 1 on the website ought to be removed because I don't think it's, like mudslinging. It's just not appropriate. I just want to state I do support the employees wanting a fair wage. We have cost of living adjustments, and that's kind of what you have to look at in my mind. And whether we have budget issues, well, of course that's not the problem of the union. That's not their. They didn't get into that situation. So I definitely support it. I watched a lot of the New Haven dynamics, the meetings, the way the board going. And of course, I'm an outsider there, but I think there's a dynamic where the board loses control. The district administration, of course, needs to run the show. They're the executive staff. They need to do the day-to-day business. But the board eventually sets the parameters for negotiations. And I think it requires leadership from board members to make sure that your desires as a group are heard. And that takes a lot. And I think in the case of Union City, that's a little bit of a situation there. At least that's my assessment. So I truly hope nothing like this will happen in Newark. Of course, I hope everything will be in a very nice way and in a realistic way. That's basically what I wanted to say. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Noop. Before we go, anybody else or just Mr. Noop? In closed session, we're going to be discussing 3.1 public employee appointment or employment, discipline, dismissal, release, complaint. 3.2 public employee appointment, employment, high school executive principal and supervisor, secondary curriculum and instruction. We're still going to discuss that inside, right? That item has been, the high school principal has been pulled from the open agenda. 3.3 conference with labor negotiator, employee organizations, NTA and CSEA. Conference with labor negotiator with NUMA and unrepresented supervisors and contracted management employees. Conference with legal counsel regarding existing litigation, which is 3.5, and 3.6 conference with legal counsel regarding anticipated litigation. Okay, with that, let's go to closed session.